what are we gonna do? This thing is called animating stuff, and I thought let's do some animation. What I thought I could do is I could start the project on my side of the world in a live situation, right? And then you guys could ask me questions or something like that, and we'll go over a short project. The project I'm thinking about doing is doing something with a called a leaf drop. It's very simple. Let me show you what this looks like and what this is all about. And you can do this on your own software if you like. It's up to you. Just trying to find. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm trying to find my thing. Here's the display. There it is. So this is Harmony. This is Toon Boom Harmony. And what I've done here is I've got this line right here, and I've drawn this tree, and it's on one layer. And so it's like right here. If I turn this off, you can see. Let's see. That's the color card. And if I turn this off, that's on the first layer right there. And then on the second layer, I've made a path because I want to have this up there at the top. There's going to be right here. There's going to be a leaf, and I'm going to animate that leaf. And I actually have that leaf, I think, in position. It's right there. If you can see it moving, if I click back and forth, you can see it moving like that. Turn off that leaf path. And this is the one thing that I always try to get my animation students to remember is that you want to let your audience see this, whatever they're going to look at. You want to let them give them enough time to read what's going on, okay? Because if I just started to have the second drawing and the leaf is over here now and it's like that, your brain isn't gonna understand what's happening. You're just gonna see that, oh, there's something falling, and oh, it's a tree, and I guess that's a leaf, and it's on the ground now. Oh, that was fast. So what I've done here is I've added a little time to let the audience see this leaf going back and forth like this. And so you can see it feels like it's kind of floating down, and it has a nice little feel to it. Now, this actually took me about I'd say a couple hours to animate, and so what I did here is I've already animated it throughout here. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save. First of all, I'm going to add another layer, and I'm going to call this leaf number 2. There we go, O2. And what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to keep this whole beginning, like when it does this whole thing like that. And because I kind of like how it does this. So I'm going to keep all that, and I'm going to start maybe about here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy all this stuff like this, and I'm going to put it on the next layer above it, and I'm going to paste it. And then I'm going to turn all this stuff off. This first leaf, I'm going to poke those eyeballs there, and now you'll see that it goes to here, and then it kind of stops. Okay, now this is using the principle of animation called not pose-to-pose animation, but I can show you kind of what that looks like. If you've done 2D, you know what pose-to-pose looks like. But this is more of like kind of straight ahead animation. So I'm going to turn on my onion skin, and I'm actually going to go to this leaf path, and I'm going to turn this light bulb on, and I'm going to try to make it so there. So now it's not super blue. It's like kind of halfway there. All right. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually highlight this. And this is a vector drawing of a leaf, and all I'm doing is I'm just putting it on the timeline. It's going to here, and then I'm going to go to that next frame, and you can see the spacing there. I'm going to paste it, and I'm actually going to move it so we can see how one frame, one leaf is here, then it's here, and I want it to go kind of go up fast and kind of slow down here, and then it's going to speed up again. Okay, so I'm going to move it down the street here, and I'm going to rotate this. With this vector line, it puts a little dot right here. This is their pivot point. So you can move that pivot point around if you like, but that's all I'm doing. So what I'm doing here is I'm just copying it using the Shift C to copy it, and then I just move down the line, and I'm going to paste it. It goes right back to here, but then I move it a little bit more like this, and I'm just turning it like that and keeping it kind of on that line. So here, it's going to start to slow down. That's what I want to do, because it's going to turn. So this is kind of fun to watch. I hope, unless you're suffering from, sleep deprivation and you just want to see something and fall asleep. This is the perfect channel for that. So you can see how it's the gap here. And then now I'm really touching, the leaf is touching the back of the leaf of this leaf. So that means the spacing's getting a little more, not so, it's slowing down. See, from there to there, it slows down. Okay, and I can affect that by using, going on 2s if I like. Here I'm just kind of putting it up there. This is kind of fun stuff. Now you see, this is where it gets all, most people would not care in the least what is happening here. They're like, I don't care. What is this boring? Why is it? I don't care. But so I'm going to turn that onion skin on. You can see the past, right? I can pull this back even more, so you can see how it's kind of staying there. And here it's just touching each thing, and then we're going to take this next frame and we're actually going to move it even more, so twice as much. So look at that. Woo! Right? So there you can see it's kind of together, and then it gets a little bit less. So this is going to really speed up now. Through it. Right? So it feels like he's going up and he's going there. Now, vroom, vroom. So it's going fast. Wow! It's a little too fast. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get in, I've animated it, but it's not at the right speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my path. Oops. Turn off my path. There we go. And just concentrate on, look how fast that is. That's all on ones. It almost feels like, you're looking at a hummingbird. Have you ever seen a hummingbird? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have this going up like this. And as it goes up in through here, we're gonna set this a little differently. So it's going up like this, and right about maybe here, we're gonna, instead of have that on ones, we're gonna make that on 2s. So I'm just gonna add 2 frames of this. And now we'll take a look at it and see if you can see the difference. A lot of this is just watching it, training your eye. See? Do you see that now? It kind of feels like it's whoa, it kind of changes direction, and then it takes off again really fast. Okay, So it's going like that. So it's going pretty quick, like right through there. See, that's 2 frames, and then it goes to 1, and then it's like a dart, and it's also speeding up here. So maybe we can hold that a little longer so we can see that a little longer. It can still go quick, but when the spacing is this far apart, you know, let's see if we can just add another frame of just this so we hold that a little longer. Let's see it again. See if you can see this. So when it's going fast, it's on 2s, but it's because the spacing is so far apart that it actually helps, so you can follow it even more. Goes over there, and then we'll just we'll add some more frames here. So we're gonna rotate him a little bit this way, and we're gonna scooch him a little that way, like that. And we're gonna flip back and forth to see he's kind of coming down fast, but then he kind of hits something there, and it plops him back down. So, and we'll copy it, and we won't really move very far forward, but we'll just rotate him a little bit. So if we move him, he just move a little bit, and then we'll just kind of get him on top there, so it feels like he's going up. And then we'll have that one, we'll copy it, and we'll paste it, and we'll move it with the arrow key just slightly this way. Ooh, look at that. And then we'll rotate him slightly down, and we just want him to kind of just feel like he's coming to a stop. There's another police car behind the tree, and he's coming to a stop very quickly because he sees the police car, and he's like, oh, hey, slow down on that leaf. There we go. All right, so now we've done it. See? He still has his energy moving along, but it slows down. So let's take a look at this. All right, so here we get to see the whole thing now. Thanks for sticking by and watching this. We're going to watch an epic motion picture. This is the new Leaf Drop by Pixar. It's a new film about a leaf that falls out of a tree. And I've heard it's really good. So anyway, have a good night, and I will see you guys later. And yeah, check out some more videos. If you want to subscribe, this will be here, and you can push that button to subscribe. And I have other videos up here like that. You can see these videos, and we'll see you next time on Animated Educated.